We're all set for kickoff between the Colorado Rapids and the Portland Timbers here at the U-18-19 level on match day one of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy U-18-19 playoffs. It's a good one for you here in Group H, the number 15th seeded Colorado Rapids against the number 17 seed Portland Timbers in a group that's also comprised of the Philadelphia Union and Shattuck St. Mary's, who are playing on another field simultaneously here at the SoCal Sports Complex in Oceanside, California. The Colorado Rapids with yellow shirts, blue shorts and yellow socks attacking to the left of your screen. Portland Timbers in their traditional all-green kits with yellow trim attacking to your right. And it's Portland who's on the ball. Came in riding a 7-game unbeaten streak, including 6 straight wins to make it to their first ever Development Academy playoffs at the oldest age group. What was the 17-18s last year, now the 18-19s under Larry Sullivan in his second season. Larry Sunderland joining in 2016 from the Chicago Fire knows something about navigating these playoffs, having taken the Chicago Fire to the U-16 title in 2010 and the U-18 title in 2015. Facing off against Marcelo Balboa's Colorado Rapids side. It's a high-octane offense, but it's Portland who's on the attack right now, and they win a throw-in. Timbers finished third in the Northwest Division, 19-9-4, with staggering 81 goals for, 48 goals against. Looking to strike first blood here against the Colorado Rapids side, finished second in the Frontier Division, 13-3-8, with 66 goals for, 41 against. 3 points, so important in a playoffs in a group stage where only the top team goes through to the quarterfinals. 8 groups of 4, and the 8 group winners go through to the quarterfinals, which will be played here on June 25th and 26th. And then the semifinals and finals will be held July 8th through 11th in Kansas City. Still a long way to go, though. Have to get these points here on match day one. As the Rapids looking to fashion their first real attack in this game. Hitzman. Long searching ball, rather in between Rios and Tracy. Rios and Tracy conspire to win it back, and this is Tracy. And Gregory Tracy will win. Well, it's going to be off him last. This will be a throw-in for the Portland Timbers. Throw-in taken by Marcano. One back by Bencomo. And Hunley got it off of Marcano last. 2 internationals going at it. Hunley just returning from U.S. duty with the U-19s, placing third in the Slovakia Cup, where Marcano is a U-20 international for Trinidad and Tobago. So that'll be a good battle to watch as Hitzman wins it back for Colorado. Bencomo flights it to the far side. This is Mushagalusa turning. Mushagalusa showing his strength, but eventually shielded off the ball. And it's the Timbers to go the other way in the 4th minute. Still no score. In fact, no chances on goal. Out wide for Calixtro. Player who's trained with T2, the USL side for the Portland Timbers. And a free kick is called by center referee Jeremy Shear out of Connecticut. Flanked by Selma Perez out of Cal Stout and Stepan Geva from New Jersey, originally out of Poland. Brad Jensen is the man in between the benches as the 4th official. Klein. Portland will recycle their runs as they look to build it out of the back. The referee not happy with the extracurriculars after the whistle, so just a Bit of a stern warning. Portland looked to take it quickly. Anguiano. Circling, looking for options. Rappaport. Marcano venturing down the wing. Look to play it inside, cut off. Bencomo had it stripped. And this is Marcano again. Good ball out to Calixtro. Calixtro got the ball past his man, but couldn't get by him himself. Somehow able to win it back. Finally dispossessed. Villegas. Leaves it off for Klein. It's good pressure and shape by Colorado, but Portland doing a good job to pass around it. So Portland side that looks to keep the ball first as they try and break lines. Rapids, I expect, will be a bit more direct. It's a team that loves to go forward, loves to take chances. And why not when you have a front line like Musha, Galusa, and Hunley, with Garvanian running along with them at the top of a 4-3-3. Portland doing exactly what they want to do, which is to dictate the flow of a game. Larry Sunderland said he's always looking for decision makers on the field from his side. When to keep that ball, when to go forward. They're doing just that here. Played inside. Chance could be on for Lee. Clips it to the back post. Calixtro's winning it. Bounces off the crossbar. And Portland have opened the scoring. Villegas with the final touch. And they're off and running in the 8th minute. It's a good ball across. Great job by Calixtro to keep it in bounds. Put it back across goal. And Villegas, Johnny on the spot for his 3rd goal of the season. U-17 international. Villegas strikes first. And it's Portland who have the early lead. Little ball slipped in for Lee. Great first touch to elude Bencomo. Off the crossbar, took an awkward bounce. Calixtro did so well to put it back across, and there was Villegas to slide it underneath Mowry. Well, the Timbers have controlled the game in terms of possession, and they get their just rewards inside these first 8 minutes. It's a great run down the far wing from Takawara. And this is Rappaport. Player Larry Sunderland said as a team leader, steady and organized. He's not the most flashy player, but deceptively so effective for this Portland Timbers side, especially leading the team out of the back. And here he is again with a first touch out wide. Anguiano got it back, and it's forward for the target man Lee. Battling with Bencomo, and too tactile for the referee's liking. Free kick quickly taken. Gregory Tracy, a man who will play his college ball at Portland. Coincidentally enough. It's a Rapids side that made it to the semifinals at the 17-18 level last year before losing to eventual champions Houston Texans on PKs. Side so close. Many of those players were in that team looking to get back. But they're down 1-0 here as the ever-adventurous Marcano is forward again. One back by Anguiano. Rappaport guides it back to Aaron Cotton. Bound for Western Michigan in the college ranks. Another one of these many players who've trained with T2. This is Anguiano. Love the way Portland are moving the ball side to side, looking for the gaps to attack. If it's not on, they have no problem resetting and bringing it back. Gregory Tracy has won it back for the Rapids. Vargas smashes it forward. Brought down by Rappaport. Only Hunley policing that back line. And they'll look to bring it forward through Cruz. Off to his center back partner, Rappaport. And back to Cotton it goes. Vancouver, Washington native will get it back out wide. That's Rappaport to bring it forward again for the Timbers in the 11th minute. Lee. Good checking back from the South Korean. Rappaport kills it instantly. This is Marcano. Joined this season from Police FC in Trinidad and Tobago. In for Lee. Anguiano goes backward again. Rappaport. Into the feet of Calixtro, the man who has the assist. Thought he had won a free kick. The referee says play on, and it's Hunley to go the other way. Mushagalusa flying forward. He's dispossessed. Lee trying to turn Vargas. This time Lee will get the free kick. Sukyeon Lee, in his first season with the Portland Timbers, started the goal, clipping in the cross. Hit off the crossbar, fell for Calixtro. Put it back across goal for Villegas to tap home. That coming in the 7th minute. And Portland continue to boss this game by possessing the ball. So Rios gets it back to his keeper. Portland will want to have the ball as much as they can because the Colorado Rapids offense was so devastating. Enoch Mushagalusa with 20 goals. Matthew Hunley with 21. Marcelo Balboa said of Mushagalusa, he's smooth and unpredictable. He keeps defenders off balance because they never know what he's going to do. Well, Hunley, meanwhile, explosive, very fun going forward, loves to run at players at speed. Really, two players that can unsettle defenses at any moment. Of course, Portland realizes they have the ball. There's nothing those two can do other than chase, which is what Mushagalusa is doing at the moment. Tacoira on the far side. It was his run down the left that got the ball into Lee to start that play. So Villegas got the glory, but there were so many players involved in that build-up for the Timbers. Rapids showing their ability to possess as well. Great job to play out of traffic. And now they'll look to go forward. Bencomo. Back for Bencomo. Over for Vargas. Vargas' long ball got caught in the wind and flies all the way into the hands of Eric Cotton. Rappaport. It's the center back, but He starts every single move for the Portland Timbers. Here he is again, looking for a seam. This time elects to go over, but Bencomo's there. Back for Mowry. Was trained with the first team of the Colorado Rapids and Anthony Hudson. Bassett tried to touch it back. Instead, it's won by Klein. Lee helps it on to Takuira. Was looking for the return ball to Lee, but well recovered by the Colorado Rapids. And it ends up in the hands of Mowry. Greeley, Colorado native, puts it on the floor and gets it out wide. Klein. Was waiting for his outside wingback to come up, and that's exactly what happened. Sanguiano will leave this one off. Rappaport gives it right back to him. 17th minute. Timbers with the ball and the lead. Marcano. Rappaport. Cotton. Villegas flying down the center, wins the free kick. Portland Timbers missing their top goalkeeper, Lucas Cheney, who had 23 goals in 25 games played. But Larry Sunderland said, you know, we're not worried because he's been missing for the last 7 or 8 games. And, of course, we're unbeaten in the last 7 games going in the playoffs. And what it is even when we lose a player, other players step up. And we had a meeting about that and said, look, there's going to be injuries, things are going to happen, but we've shown throughout the season that when we lose somebody, somebody else has come and step up, and that's the belief that we need to have in each other in this team, and he really believes that they have it, and that's the reason why they're here in the playoffs. Hinsman. Bassett guides it back. Rios gets it to Bassett. Garvanian. Milo Garvanian, the number 12 for the Colorado Rapids, will play at UNC in the fall. As Hunley showed too much of it to Rappaport, who wins it back for the Timbers. Marcano. Balboa screaming for the press, and he's happy with it. Ball is in their own half, but they win it back because that long ball was errant to the defense. Villegas overtakes the goal scorer. Lovely cut back. A good double team. Villegas still with it. Now playing on the ground, and he'll be whistled for dangerous play. Quickly taken by Rios. Hunley gets it out wide. Bassett made a run underneath, but instead the ball stays in midfield. As Hunley pokes it back out wide, quickly gets it back. Love the way Hunley is starting to find the game a bit more. This is Garvanian. Was looking inside for Tracy, but it's won back by Portland. And Timbers building on the far side with Tobias McKay, wins a throw-in. McKay looking for Lee. Headed away from him, only as far as Klein. Into the middle for Villegas. He's knocked off the ball. Hinsman didn't think it was a foul, but the referee disagrees. And it will be a free kick for the Timbers in the 20th minute. Good look at Jeremy Shear out of Connecticut. Rappaport. In for Lee. Bodies Bencomo off the ball. Rappaport loved the way his head's on a swivel. Continuing to check. Simple to Calixtro. This is Marcano. Rios did well to shield him off. Quickly gets it into Musha Galusa. Musha Galusa has trained with the Rapids first team. The Rapids produced 6 pro players and 8 other ones who play in the USL as well. Davey Armstrong, Stephen Emery, Courtney Ford, Shane O'Neill, Ricardo Perez, Dylan Cerna all signed to homegrown contracts by the Colorado Rapids. We've also moved 90 players onto college and have won 2 NCAA titles in their 11 years for the Colorado Rapids. The space was on. Tacoera has come inside. And coming out with confidence is Mowry. Quickly rolls it out. Gomez gets it forward. And here's where Colorado can break. Up the wing for Hunley. Running 1 against 4, Hunley tried to play it forward, but late in arriving was that second attacker. Colorado maintained possession in midfield. Lee moves away from Bencomo and gets it off to Villegas. Goal scorer leaves it off for Rappaport. Musha Galusa steps into the passing lane. Hunley cuts inside. Good save by Cotton, and the offside flag is up on the rebound. Well, that's how quickly the Rapids can break. Side that loves to get the ball to their forwards as quickly as possible. Marcelo Balboa, of course, needs no introduction. We do know, though, that he was a defender, and he told me last year, he said, you know, I like to go forward. Being a defender, I don't know why, but I do not like to sit back and defend. And I asked him about that this time around, and he said, you know, want to get forward as quickly as we can because with each pass that goes side to side or backwards, the defense is able to get organized. So we want to see how quickly can we penetrate teams. Cotton's free kick. Header won by Bencomo. Bassett does well to keep possession for the Rapids in the 23rd minute. Cole Bassett is a 2001 playing up from the 16-17s. Another player that has experience training with Anthony Hudson in the first side for the Colorado Rapids. And through all that, still somehow finds a way to maintain a 4.0 GPA. Clipped for Lee from Rappaport. Aaron Touch allows Bassett to seize on it. He gets it out wide for Gomez. Pass inside for Hunley was intercepted. And this is Klein. Get it back to Cruz. Calixtro did well to come back and win that ball. He won the battle, but Colorado won the war, and they're going for it again through Bassett. And goes down and wins a free kick. A bit far out, but the fact that it's dead on means it could be a good shot opportunity for the Colorado Rapids. It's about 25 yards from goals. Bassett bought down by Anguiano. It's that area where it needs plenty of venom if it's going to beat the keeper. But it's also a bit too close to really float it in. Bassett and Hunley are over it. And it's going to be Bassett into the wall, off the wall, and Cotton dives to keep it from going out for a corner kick. Rappaport looking for his target man. Lee battling, but it's Vargas who wins out. Vargas in his first season with the Rapids, as Bassett couldn't get his shot, any elevation on it really. The wall did its job, although they need to keep that in front of them. Had Cotton to bail him out in the end, but getting back to Vargas, he joined this season from the Pachuca Academy in Mexico. And right on cue, this is Vargas. To his center back partner, Jose Bencomo. Aurora, Colorado native in his third year out of Hinckley High School. Bencomo gets it inside, but it's won back by Calixtro. Takes it off the foot of Tracy. Bencomo to rekindle the attack for the Colorado Rapids in the 27th minute. Bassett. Tracy rather got the ball stuck underneath him. Great awareness by Calixtro. He knew that Tracy was going to catch up to him, and he stopped and made himself as wide as possible so that the only thing Tracy could do was go through him. And he's going to get a talking to from Jeremy Shear. But that's excellent shielding from Giovanni Calixtro. So you see right there, he realizes it, puts his hands out and says, well, I'm going to get beat in a foot race, so I got to shield this ball. Lee knew he was off to the races, and right away the card comes out for Jose Bencomo. So the first yellow card of the afternoon, dished out by referee Jeremy Shear. And a chance now for Vitalis Tacoera Jr. to set the table. Tacoera has 3 goals in his last 2 games. He looks more likely to try and turn provider here from this angle. The fact that he's set up to play it with his right foot. Look for him to either put it on the penalty spot or toward that back corner of the 6. Nothing in the setup that makes me think he's going to try and catch the keeper at his near post, but Tacoera flights it toward that back corner of the 6, bypasses everyone. Calixtro goes down under the challenge from Gomez and then reached out for the ball, and he'll be whistled for a handball. Right away, you see Timbers players sprinting back to get in position, make sure that they don't get caught in transition. Rapids don't seem in any hurry to take this, though. This is Mowry. Long ball looking for the run of Tracy. Second ball won by the Rapids, and they win the free kick. Quickly taken, that's the right idea, but the referee is right to pull it back because that foul happened about 10 yards behind where the free kick was taken. And this is Hunley. Mushagalusa. Spins. Has a half yard of space, looking to get to the byline, and he's cut out by Tobias McKay. Vargas. Bencomo. This is Rios. Tracy gets it back to his keeper. Good passing and movement from the Rapids, but the Portland defense matched them step for step. It's Garvanian's turn to spin with it. Sprayed it to the far side, but Tobias stepped in to win the header. That'll be a free kick and a yellow card to boot. Calixtro becomes the second player to go into the referee's book. Good look at some of the Rapids U-16, 17 players. So there's a look at the challenge. Led to the referee bringing out the yellow for Calixtro. Just past the half-hour mark in Oceanside, California. 1-0 the Portland Timbers lead on a 7th-minute goal from Villegas on match day 1 and here in Group H. The Philadelphia Union and Shattuck St. Mary's, the other two teams in this group, playing simultaneously on another field here in the SoCal Sports Complex. As all 3 group matches will be played simultaneously. Tracy. Cole Bassett. Pings it out wide. Gomez gets it forward to Musha Galusa. He spins. Looking to run. And try to combine with Hunley, but it's won back by the Portland Timbers. Ooh, the clearance right into the center. And that was a good tackle for Mios. Anguiano. Marcano. Steps inside of Tracy. We'll get it off to Cruz. Alan Cruz, who's trained with the Timbers too. And spinning back with it is Garvanian. And talked about the fact that we saw some of the 16-17 Rapids players in the stands. Colorado, one of just 26 academies to have both teams make it in the 16-17s and 18-90s, advancing to the playoffs. So Rios tried to put it back across goal, instead too far forward, and Cotton will take. Just trying to calm things down. Colorado has had a little sustained period of possession here. He's certainly taken all 6 seconds, Cotton. And now he'll put the ball onto the carpet. Long searching ball. Will be out of bounds for a Rapids throw-in. Rios assessing his options. Looking for a bit more movement. Hinsman. Vargas. Gomez. Has time to pick out a pass, and he's found Hunley. Hunley turning. Tried to leave it off on the far side, but Calixtro came back to help out McKay. And it will be a throw-in for the Timbers. Good, quick one-touch passing to open up space for Mushkalus on the far side. Quickly closed down by the Timbers and smartly shielded out of bounds by Tacuera. Throws it in quickly for Lee. He's running 1-on-4. Now he'll hold it up and invite more green players to get in on the attack. Klein. Good job to get that ball out of traffic in the middle from Klein. Marcano. Trinidad and Tobago U-20 international. Gets it back to Rappaport. So solid in his decision-making, Rappaport. Even when he looks to go forward with it, barely ever loses the ball. Anguiano will play it back. Talked about this possession for Larry Sunderland's side, and definitely something that they look to do every game, but I think it's even more crucial this time around because even Larry Sunderland himself said that he believes this is a Rapid side that is much more physical and athletic than they are. So that's when you have to rely on your technique, your ability, and your quick thinking. Well, the passing is good, but Larry Sunderland right now yelling at his... Apologies for a bit of technical difficulties, but we're back. 1-0 in the 37th minute. Portland Timbers leading from an early goal from Adrian Villegas. U-17 international was getting on the end of a cross and was able to slide it underneath Mowry. Since then, it's been a very even affair, even though the Timbers do have the lion's share of possession. What I was saying before, a little audio glitch, was the fact that Larry Sunderland asking his players to be more active. They're doing a very good job of keeping possession, but they need a bit more movement if they are going to open up that space to go forward. Tracy. Out wide for Rios. Really the first time the outside back has been able to get forward himself. Hinsman leaves it off for Bassett. Into the channel, the offside flag is up against Gregory Tracy. Cotton had the angle and made the save. Won't get credit for it on the stat sheet. Nice save nevertheless, though, from Cotton. You talk to any goalkeeper, they hate to see the ball in the back of their net. Even when they know the whistle's gone, they'll still make the save. Have to love that kind of mentality. Rappaport. Under heavy pressure from Bassett, but is able to get it away. Lee has been in this battle with Bencomo all game. This time he wins out. Great target play from Lee. This is the goal scorer, Villegas. Calixtro, the man who laid it off for Villegas. Looking to turn provider again as he puts it in the middle for Lee, but it's cleared away by Vargas. Rios, being watched by Calixtro, gets it inside for Tracy. Calixtro turns. Villegas looking inside for Lee. Lee goes down and he wins a free kick in a very dangerous area. And Lee looks to be in considerable pain, clutching his shin. Lee's target play has been excellent through these first 39 minutes. And the training staff will be waved on here. I was talking about Portland's philosophy of keeping the ball on the ground and moving it. I asked Larry Sunderland, what is the most important thing that a player at the U18, 19 level has to master in order to move on to the next level? And he said the most important thing is mentality and decision making. He said he went to Spain and he was looking in search of, get this, bad soccer. And he went to a U18 game and he watched the players during warm-up and said that they had really terrible technical ability. And he thought, hey, I found it. But once the whistle blew, the players' understanding of where to move, where to be, and how they moved the ball around and made the right decisions really masked that technical deficiencies. And as you take a look at the Portland players warming up, And so he said, you know, even if technique is a little bit raw, if a player is tactical, can make the right decisions, and they can do it on a consistent basis, that can mask so much. And so that's why that's for him the most important thing. So it's good to see that Lee looks to be okay. Take a look at how it happened. Gets to that ball and is clattered into. You could see Ben Como did catch him on the shin there with a heavy challenge. And Ben Como has to be careful. He's already on a yellow card. Lee looks to be okay. He's going to walk this one off. Has to come out, though, since the trainer did come on for him. Been very impressed with Lee's target play, though. It's a great job of coming back and finding the ball and then getting the other strikers running off him or the midfielders involved in the play. And what a turn that is to win that foul on Ben Como. And now it's a chance from a very dangerous area. It's Tacoera Jr. who's over it. And that one just barely missing. It was Villegas looking for his second goal of the afternoon. Really didn't seem to be much nerves or excitement around the ground on that one, but that wasn't far off. Space for Bassett. Rather played it behind Gomez. Did well to sort his feet out. And even though this is going back and aside for Colorado, the one good thing is every time you make one of those back passes, another player is getting into the attack for the Rapids. However, you can see the Timbers also getting players behind the ball, able to get organized and win that back. And it's Hinsman to try it again. Gomez gets it out wide. Spinning is Mushagalusa. Huntley checked into the space, but instead Mushagalusa takes the inside route. Rolls it along for Rios. Helps it on and gets it right back from Gregory Tracy. Mushagalusa seizes the loose ball, looking to run. Have the feeling if they're going to break the Timbers down, it's going to be a little piece of individual magic. Just like that, getting through, going down, wanting a free kick, but not getting it are the Colorado Rapids. But sometimes when a team is so well organized, you can't find a way through them based on the pass. It's breaking them down on the dribble, which is going to stretch them out and open up those gaps. And Mushagalusa and Hunley almost did that right there. And this is Hunley on the ball once again. Tried to play it inside, but was crowded out by three Timbers players, including Anguiano. So here's a look at the opportunity, and yeah, I think there are shouts for a penalty. Could see what Mushagalusa thought of it. Inside the final 2 minutes of the first half, plus whatever stoppage time is added on by referee Jeremy Shear. These games being heavily scouted. All the Development Academy technical directors are here. Every U.S. Youth National Team coach is here. That in addition to the tons and tons of college coaches that are making their way to Oceanside throughout the week. The national team coaches and technical advisors and scouting network meet every single night during this tournament to talk over what they saw throughout the day. As Klein makes a run forward, he goes down. The referee waves play on. Mushagalusa forward for Hunley. Klein still slow to get up. Finally back to his feet. And getting back behind the ball. Great effort from John Klein. Missouri native, of course, now with the Portland Timbers, but he will head back to Missouri as he's committed to St. Louis University. Clipped into the channel. Marcano beaten to it by Bassett. Has Rios in support. Finds Tracy. Hunley touch back to Tracy. Patience from the Colorado Rapids. Clipped in looking for Musagaloosa, flying header clear from Cruz rather. Into first half stoppage time. Board about to go up to let us know how much stoppage time will be given. Hinsman steps in to win it. Bassett only did well to bring it down, but Klein was there to take. Anguiano ran into trouble. Tracy. A great job by Rappaport to come across and quell the danger. There's a minute about to elapse here in stoppage time. View was obstructed, was unable to see how much time was on the board. My guess is that it would be 2 minutes. As Hunley makes his way into the box. Marcano cleared it into a very dangerous area. Finally helped further on by a Portland defender, but it's won right back. Colorado really starting to exert themselves late in the first half. Calixto finally able to get it out. Lee, a little touch off for Villegas. Clips it back into the path of Lee. Lee forward looking for the run of Takawira Jr. Played behind him, and it's Gomez who gets there first. Out wide for Musagaloosa. And Klein did a great job to usher him out of bounds. And even when they've wanted to go forward, Portland have been so organized that they've been able to get back and not allow any counterattacks. Good work by John Klein once again. Still seems to be feeling the effects of that last challenge. And Klein will, in fact, have to go out. Have to think that it was either a knock to the head and that he has to go through the concussion protocol, or it's that he's bleeding, and of course you can't be on the field when you're bleeding. So for the moment, the Timbers down to 10 men. So we're deep into first half stoppage time. Can Colorado fashion one more attack? Jeremy Shear takes a look at his watch. Tracy turns. Thought about launching it. Still might. It's a long searching ball trying to find Musagaloosa on the far side. Wins the header. It's Gomez making his way down on the overlap. Gets it back in for Musagaloosa. Tried to help it on to Bassett. Tracy wins it again. Garvanian gets it out wide. Oh, and Hunley was teeing up to take a shot, and McKay did just enough to poke it away from him. Hunley comes out of the scrum with the ball, though, leaves it off. Inside for Garvanian's not going to get to it in time. Rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. And you have to think that that's going to do it for this first half. It's well played by both teams. Timbers have done a good job to possess the ball. Been very organized defensively. The Rapids poking, prodding, but not finding a way through. As we go into halftime, it will be Portland with the 1-0 lead. Portland scoring all the way back in the 7th minute from Adrian Villegas as he took across from Giovanni Calixto and slotted it underneath the on-rushing Trevor Mowry. And that is where we stand. 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go on match day 1 in Group H. At the break, it's Colorado Rapids 0, Portland Timbers 1. We're going to step aside and we'll be back with you for the final 45 minutes here on USSoccerDA.com. 1-0, the Portland Timbers lead the Colorado Rapids at halftime in Group H here on match day 1 of the U-18-19 U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs. So we take a look at the opening goal. Came after just 7 minutes. Calixto putting this one back across and Villegas slotting it home. And it was Lee who put that cross in off the crossbar, and Calixto the presence of mind to put it back, and Villegas coming in as that delayed runner to open the scoring early on. And that was all the goals we get, but Colorado would have their chances. Good save from Cotton, and then Musha Galusa was offside. Hunley denied. A good job to get inside, just couldn't get it past the keeper. Yellow card for Ben Como, first player to go into the referee's book. And then a yellow card being issued to Calixto for that challenge as well. And then Colorado thought they had a penalty. Hunley weaved his way through and went down. And you could see Musha Galusa's reaction. He thought that the referee should have pointed to the spot, but instead it is 1-0. And the Colorado Rapids just 45 minutes away from being kept off the board for the first time the entire season. But of course, 45 minutes, plenty of time, especially when you have that man on your side, Matthew Hunley, 9th in the Development Academy in goals during the regular season with 21. One of a few players, or of the many players for this Colorado Rapids side who have trained with the first team. 6 goals in his last 4 games for Matthew Hunley. U.S. Youth International, who will play his college ball at UCLA, gets us underway for the second half. Portland Timbers, can they do what no other team has been able to do this season and keep the Colorado Rapids scoreless and get 3 points in the process? Or will Colorado come back and tie this game? Rapids have shown that when they hit on the break, they can turn the tide at any moment. But this is a very organized Rapids defense. As Gomez plays it over the top. Hinsman bowled over by Anguiano, and it'll be a free kick for the Rapids. Well, it's a good turn. That's not a bad ball in either, but Rappaport is well positioned. However, a bright start inside this first minute for the Colorado Rapids. Looking to move the ball forward a bit quicker. Take some chances against this Portland Timbers defense. And this one smacked clear and brought down by Ben Como. Gets it to Hitzman. And this is Vargas. Ben Como playing catch with a center back partner, Vargas. Bassett. Beyond the reach of Musha Galusa. And Portland looking to fashion their first attack of this second half, but that one quickly shut down by Gomez. Tacuera gets it back to McKay. Finds Cruz. Cruz under pressure. Musha Galusa picks his pocket. It's Musha Galusa, and he shoots well wide. His last touch took him out wide, and feel that he should have pulled that back across, but went for goal. However, you have to love that high pressure from the Rapids. Musha Galusa nicking in and almost equalizing. Musha Galusa took it off of Cruz, and that's the touch that took it away. And you could see that he felt he still had the space, but he had to get that to the far post. And in the end, just didn't wrap his foot around the ball. So it'll be a free kick for what has to be a very relieved Eric Cotton. And it remains 1-0 in the 48th minute. Villegas chasing. Portland pressure did cause a mistake, but it works out for the Rapids in the end as first player came in, second player came in, but that third player didn't get in on that loose ball. Tacuera, one of just 2 players on this Timbers side that has trained with the first team, alongside Harold Hansen, who's on the bench. He loses out in the long ball for Hunley. Hunley in a battle with Rappaport. Off for Mushagalusa. Spins, leaves it off for Bassett, who lost his footing at the most crucial moment. Goal kick for Eric Cotton. Well, it didn't result in a shot on goal in that instance, but in these first 3 minutes, Colorado has looked very dangerous on the attack, much more so than the majority of the first half. So a lot for the Timbers to ponder. Gomez. Able to turn Tacuera. McKay won it off of Mushagalusa and wins the free kick to boot. And get it back to Cruz. Mushagalusa skies to win that header. Smartly laid it back to Gomez. Hundley wins the ball off of Rappaport. Has Garvani, and Hundley goes alone and equalizes. You just can't stop Matthew Hundley scoring. 22nd goal of the season, 7th in his last 5 games, and the Rapids have leveled the score in the 50th minute. It's game on again in Oceanside. High pressure paying off as the Rapids force the Timbers into a mistake. And Marcelo Balboa's side are back in it. It's a great move from Hundley to get it onto his left foot and roofs it into the net beyond Eric Cotton. Oh, early goals have been the story of this game so far. 7th minute for the Timbers, and just 5 minutes into the second half for the Rapids.
Rapids goal scored by Matthew Hundley in the 50th minute.
Gomez with the header. Cruz. Gomez skies to win another header. Mushagalusa will get it back to Gomez. He's walking a tightrope on the touchline and wins the throw-in. A good pressure being applied by Villegas, but nobody else was following his cue for the Timbers. The Rapids continue to possess the ball in the back. 52nd minute, we're knotted up at 1. And the Rapids continued their streak of scoring in every single game this season. Now 67 goals in 25 games for the Colorado Rapids. And that one played out of bounds as there's a Portland player who's struggling. So that was Sporting from the Rapids. Referee Jeremy Shear coming over to check on Marcano. Well, he's told the trainer to hold off, so looks like Marcano's going to fight off whatever knock is ailing him at the moment. The Rapids will get it back from the Portland Timbers. Tracy. Cole Bassett. Marcano gets it in decline. It'll be a throw in for the Rapids on the far side. 54th minute, the Rapids tying the game in the 50th minute from Hunley. Dispossessed Rappaport, created a half yard of space for himself and thundered it into the roof of the net to draw the score level at 1. Hunley now with 22 goals on the season. Played into the channel for Mushagalusa. Spins away from Cruz. Double team comes in for McKay and off of Mushagalusa last. Good job by Cruz to get a foot in and deflect it off of Mushagalusa. Anguiano. Klein with a smart header. That pass almost picked off by Mushagalusa. McKay. Tacoera Jr. unable to spin away. It'll be a free kick for the Timbers. Talk about the Rapids and their ability to score goals. Their final game of the regular season was a thrilling 5-5 draw with Sporting Kansas City. We're trailing 3-0 in the first 15 minutes and then battled back and got it to 5-3 and scored the final 2 goals inside the last 20 minutes to get it back to 5-5. So this is a team that can score and can score late as well. In fact, the Rapids, the last game before that was a 2-1 win against Sporting Kansas City and came back in both of those games, and they're looking for the go-ahead goal to have another comeback here. Well, it's been a real struggle to break this organized Portland defense down, but they do win a corner kick, and would you believe it, it's the first of the game for either side. So it'll be an in-swinger from the far side. 5 players in the box for the Rapids. This one played right to the penalty spot and cleared off the line. Oh, Vargas thought he had scored for the Rapids. But Marcano with a crucial clearance. And that is why you have a man on the post. A take 2 for the Rapids. It was brilliant service. Both center backs, Vargas and Bencomo, up again. It's another good ball. This time it's Bencomo who gets his head on it. Falls for Tracy. He'll spin it back to Mushagalusa. But draped on him is Tacoera. Mushagalusa weaves his way into the corner and wins a throw-in. Tracy. Bassett. Gomez. Gomez. Gregory Tracy. That's a good ball into the channel. Hunley twisting, turning, looking for options. Now plays it into the danger area. Cleared away by Cruz. Klein steps in to try and win it, but instead it's taken back by Colorado. Excellent work by Milo Garvanian. Sometimes, even if you have the ball deep, when it's not on, the reason you bring it all the way back to your center backs is as you bring that team out, it will open up the space to try and find gaps and play it through them. And that's what the Rapids look to do there, but in the end, it goes out for a goal kick. The high press continues for the Rapids. Timbers looking to play out of it through McKay. And Vargas will get it back to his keeper. Bit of an awkward ball back. Murray didn't seem too concerned. Well, if it was the Portland Timbers who were bossing the game in terms of possession in the first half, it's been all Colorado in the second. And they have their goal to show for it, and they're looking for more. Mushagalusa touches it back, and looking to get it back to him was Gregory Tracy. In the end, too far ahead, and Cotton will come out and pick up the pieces. Cotton puts the ball down and plays it to Marcano on the far side. He's looking forward for Will and Arian, who was a substitute at halftime. Nalian spent time with the U-18 national team last year. He's also trained with T2. He's a Florida native in his second year with the Portland Timbers from Kendall SC. And Nalian, a very good player to watch over on the right-hand side for the Portland Timbers, but he's hardly seen a sniff of the ball here in the second half, as it's been all Timbers in his first 15 minutes of the second frame. Portland now starting to get on the ball, though, as we're on the hour mark in Oceanside. 1-1 between the Colorado Rapids and the Portland Timbers on match day 1 in Group H of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy U-18-19 playoffs. Every team here in the U-18-19 playoffs will play Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with the 8 group winners going on to play in the quarterfinals on the 25th and the 26th. The semifinals and the final set for the weekend of the 8th through the 11th of July in Kansas City. Tracy gets it inside for the goal scorer, Hunley. Overran it. Anguiano. Villegas. Klein. McKay wants options, and now he gets it. It's a good run from an alien. Slides it through, trying to track it down, Takuera Jr., but he runs out of real estate. And the frustration starting to tell. It's a good move, though. An alien coming central and creating something for Takuera. But in the end, just a goal kick for the Rapids. Well, we said that the U-18-19s play on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, the U-17-18s play on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And we'll have 2 U-17 matches for you tomorrow, starting with FC Dallas taking on Crew SC, that at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. And then after that, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, it's Pateadores taking on Sporting Kansas City at the U-17 level. Last year, the age groups were 15-16 and 17-18. Atlanta United, in their first year as an academy, won the 15-16 age group, while the 17-18s was won by the Houston Texans. Many of these Colorado Rapids players were in LA for those semifinals last year, as the 17-18s lost to the Houston Texans on penalty kicks in the semifinal. Looking to get back to the semifinals, but they've got to get the points here on match day 1. Takuera. An alien. Too far ahead of Takawera as Vargas steps in. Cries of PTFC coming in from the 16-17s who are here to compete in the showcase. An alien looking for the run of Takawera. Takawera looking for his 4th goal in the last 3 games. And he wins the throw-in. Free kick whistled against Portland. Rapids ball. They want to play quickly, but Takawera walked over and stood in front of it. 65th minute. Klein steps in. An alien. Back to Klein. Has Villegas flying down the far side. Plays it into his path. But intercepting was Bencomo. Villegas is going to leave off this throw-in. Smarcano joins the attack. TNT U-20 International asking for more movement. And he finds it. Anguiano chasing. Gomez is looking to get forward. Cuts inside, has a few runners ahead of him. Gets it into Hunley. Bassett's continued his run on the right-hand side. Gregory Tracy's popped up all over the field, hasn't he? Hitzman. Rolls it out wide. Well, it's a good challenge. Bassett to have a go from distance, but drags his shot wide. Still, Colorado doing a much better job to combine their patient buildup with penetrating balls, looking to find a way through a very compact and organized Portland Timbers defense. An alien wins the header. Anguiano was unable to get to it and might have overextended as he stretched. He's down, and now the referee will stop play to check on Anguiano. It's good to see that Anguiano's okay. He's represented the U.S. at the U-16 level, Anguiano. He'll be teammates with Milo Garvanian at UNC. And here he is on the ball. Off to Lawson Sunderland. Now Anguiano pulled down, wants a foul, is not going to get it. Timbers fans up in arms. Colorado goes the other way, but Rappaport intervenes. Klein. Takawera shaping out wide to receive the pass. Instead, it's going to go back to McKay. Inside for an alien. He misplayed it, but it's opened up the space for Klein, but he was offside. Lawson Sunderland, the number 8 for Portland, another player who came in at halftime, is an 0-1 who's up from the 17s. Playing just his second game for the 18-19s. He joined the season from Levante in Spain. Has also represented the U.S. at the U-18 level. Sunderland, another player getting valuable training experience at the professional level with T2 in this Timbers organization. So important for these players to get those opportunities to move up and train, whether it be with the USL side or the MLS side. Chance to not only know that there's a cap to the pyramid, that there's a true pathway, but to actually have that tangible experience, to get to see it and taste it and know what they have to do in order to make it to that next level. So important for these clubs and such great experience for these players, not only to get to play with the professional teams, but for the younger players to get that opportunity to play up as well. And there's some of the 16s, 17s, and they're enjoying their time here. Tracy. Ooh, and a very heavy challenge. And the yellow card comes out right away against Hitzman. You can see a heavy challenge there, and the studs were up. Mushagalusa. That's a great tackle from Anguiano. Now looking to go forward. Plays it into the space. McKay is off and running. Vargas gets back and is able to shield him off for Mowry to come off his line and take. Hunley into the space for Mushagalusa. Flag stays down. Mushagalusa cuts back. Squares up to Cruz. Good defending from Cruz, forcing Mushagalusa to turn away from goal and then not allowing him to get the cross off. And now it's the Timbers looking to go the other way. Inside the final 20 minutes of the contest. They're on match day 1 in Group H. Won by an alien. Beg your pardon, that was Marcanian. And this is an alien. Overlap from Tacuera. He's waiting for the support to arrive. Instead, we'll have to go at it alone. Puts it into the center. The header coming in from Lawson Sunderland. Skips all the way through to Trevor Mowry. Mushagalusa. Forward for Bassett. Tried to leave it off for Mushagalusa. Shows his strength, but stepping in was Rappaport. Anguiano slips it inside for Tacuera, who wins the free kick. So this match has become much more balanced as inside the final 20 minutes. First half, in terms of possession at least, seemed to be all Portland. Colorado grew into it towards the end of the first half, then continued that and really dominated the opening portion of the second, finding the equalizer. But since then, both teams have had their pockets of domination. Right now, it's Portland who's asserting themselves a bit more. And it's won back by Sunderland. So that ball slipped in, and there's the free kick. See Gomez running right through the back of Tacuera. Mushagalusa. Bassett. Hitzman. Ben Como jumping into the attack. Hitzman playing in the number 6 role for the Colorado Rapids. We'll get it back out to Ben Como. Forward for Hundley, the goal scorer. Has Garvanian inside. My apologies. Tracy is actually wearing number 12 and Gavarnian is wearing number 8. I had that mixed up. Mushagalusa, velvet touch to bring it down, but he's quickly closed down, is unable to get the shot off. Still has the ball though, Mushagalusa. That one allowed to bounce in the box. The Timbers able to scramble it clear. Ben Como turns it away from an alien. Colorado continuing to poke and prod and try and see if they can find a seam. So that's a gorgeous move from Hundley, and he wins the throw-in. Correction, it's going to be a corner kick. And it was all Hundley's doing. Third corner kick of the game for the Rapids, and they've been dangerous on them. One was cleared off the line. Just look at this first spin from Hundley. Eventually swept off his foot as the corner kick is in, cleared away. Only as far as Gomez. He's thinking about it. He takes it. Couldn't keep his effort down. That was a good effort from Omar Gomez, making his 20th appearance of the season. Started 18 of those games, and another player that has trained with the first team for the Colorado Rapids. Gomez out of Brighton, Colorado. He's done a good job of not only defending, but stepping up into the attack. And not only that, but picking and choosing his times to get forward, especially because he has to deal with Tacuera on the right-hand side. Another long ball from Mushagalusa to chase. Ran out of room. Portland Timbers getting ready to make their third substitution of the afternoon. It's going to be Harold Hansen who's going to check in. So Harold Hansen will come in, and he's going to replace John Klein. Excellent day in the midfield for John Klein. Hansen comes in, a player who's played 6 games this season for T2 and has also trained with the first team. He's described as having devastating pace. What a player to bring on for these final 13 minutes. And his first involvement is to stray offside. Joined just this season from FC Golden State. What can Hansen do in these final 13 minutes? Here he is on the ball for the first time this afternoon. Gets it off to Tacuera. He comes wide, it allows Tacuera to go in. Gets it back from Sunderland. Hansen darts into the box. Now walks across and looking for the shot. And not a bad idea, but couldn't keep his effort on target. So now the first substitution of the afternoon for the Rapids. And it's Mushagalusa who comes off. Entering the game, For Mushiglusa is Samuel Owusu, his second season from Club America in Colorado. Intercepted by Takuera Jr. Far side for Hansen. This is Hansen's bread and butter. Gets by Bencomo, fires off the post, and cleared over by Vargas. Well, that's what Harold Hansen brings to this match. And if Mowry got a touch, it was an ever important one to push it onto the post. And if he did, that's a tremendous save. It's the first corner kick of the game for the Timbers. Harold Hansen bringing this game back to life in the 80th minute. It's going to be Takuera Jr. to take, as here was Hansen. Got inside Bencomo, and that is a tremendous save from Mowry. This one on the ground. Hansen spinning. Out wide, flag stays down. Takuera puts it back across. And this one over the head of an alien, has to track it down. It's a good job to keep it in bounds. Now working against Owusu. McKay hoists it in. Cleared only as far as Anguiano. Slipped into the channel. An alien gets to the byline, and he smacked it across goal with too much pace and elevation. Otherwise, it could have been tapped in at the far post. But it's the Timbers who are threatening as we're inside the final 10 minutes of normal time. What has been a seesaw second half at the moment, it's the Portland Timbers who are tipping the scales in their favor. Neatly done by Rappaport to shut the door. Hitzman with a wayward header, gives the ball back to the Timbers. Can they take advantage? This is an alien looking to run at the back line. And an alien crowded out at the top of the box. Owusu. Gomez. Bassett. Able to spin away from Sunderland. Beautiful little 1-2 from Owusu and Bassett. And then the offside flag goes up against Hunley, even though he said he was leaving that ball off for Owusu. But Selma Perez's flag was up. Talk about players playing for T2 in the USL. Selma Perez has refereed in the USL. So free kick for the Timbers. Climbing the ladder to win that header is Vargas. Hunley's continued his run into the corner. Needs a bit more support, but he does win the throw in Hunley. Match day 2, we'll see the Colorado Rapids face off against Shattuck St. Mary's. And Portland Timbers will take on the Philadelphia Union. Still time for a side to find a winner here in match day 1. Owusu. It's a good ball across. And it skipped all the way through. Just needs somebody crashing the box in a yellow and blue jersey. This is out of bounds for a Timbers throw-in as we head into the 84th minute of play. Reminder, the U-16-17 playoffs start tomorrow, and we'll have matches for you starting at 2:30 Pacific with FC Dallas versus Crew SC. And then at 5:30, it's Pateadores versus Sporting Kansas City. That at the U16-17 level. All those matches can be found on ussoccerda.com and the U.S. Soccer Development Academy's Facebook page. Oh, it's a lovely turn. Slid through. Hunley's gotten away. Oh, Hunley was able to slide that one through. And Garvanian thought he had it. It was a beautiful ball laid off for him, splitting the center and outside back from Hunley. Garvanian couldn't get his shot on frame. Both teams have had their chances to find the winner. Still 5+ minutes here. McKay spins away. Still going McKay. An alien ran into trouble. Tracy plays it through. Hunley gets a half yard of space. Hunley skips past the far post. It's really anybody's game, isn't it? Final 5 minutes of regulation. Hunley is showing he only needs one opportunity. He was taken a bit too far out wide there. Didn't really have the angle, but had the right idea. Cotton did a good job to not let Hunley beat him at his near post, forcing him to be perfect to the far. And this is Cotlin. Very good with the ball at his feet, Eric Cotton, as he lays it on. Tacoera. Into the box, was looking for an alien, cleared away. Seizing the loose ball is Tacoera. Slides it through. Flag stays down. Hansen's in. And Hansen scores. And now the flag is up. Hansen took 2 or 3 touches before Stepan Gieva put his flag up. And it remains 1-1 in Oceanside. Well, this game has gotten really stretched. And a long searching ball into the path of an alien. Skips past this man. It's an alien! And now Portland have the lead. Larry Sunderland substitutes. Coming up trumps. And the U16-17s have made the run all the way from the other side to come celebrate with the 18-19s. Incredible scenes in Oceanside. Well, it was Tacoera with the long ball through. These 16-17s are jubilant. An alien as cool as you'd like. Slots it beyond the unrushing Mowry. And now safety first as McKay just smacks it out of the stadium, literally, over the fence and into the parking lot at the SoCal Sports Complex. Larry Sunderland told his side that success in the regular season is doing things right, trusting the process, and understanding what they need to do in order to get better. He said now that we're in the playoffs, success is winning, and his team had the belief to fight all the way, and now just a minute and a half away plus stoppage time from taking an important 3 points on match day 1. And Tacuera has to come off. It was his passing as the game got stretched that opened things up for the Portland Timbers. He's been excellent this afternoon as there's the long ball through, and Alien getting on the other side of Bencomo and slotting it beyond the on-rushing keeper. And then just how about this for a celebration? Still time for the Rapids to find an equalizer in what has been an excellent match between these two MLS academies. And Alien chasing. Vargas getting it back to his keeper. Final 30 seconds of regulation. Rapids pushing for an equalizer. They've already come back once. Speculative at best. Nothing to concern Eric Cotton as more time will bleed off this clock. Referee Jeremy Shear asking for a ball. So we are now into stoppage time. And there will be 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes for the Rapids to find an equalizer. Cotton taking up as much of those 4 minutes as he can before getting yelled at. Able to launch the goal kick forward. An Alien plowed into by Bencomo. Hitzman helped it on. One back by Marcano. Check that, Hansen. And it's off of Hansen last. It will be a throw-in for the Colorado Rapids. Bought down by Hitzman. Can the Rapids find a late equalizer? Owusu. That one just beyond the reach of Owusu, but it's Gomez who overtakes. Hitzman. Gomez. Owusu. Bencomo. Able to get it out wide. There are 4 players waiting for the ball to be played into the box. Now it's flighted in and cleared away. Two minutes left in the minimum 4. It's all hands on deck now for the Portland Timbers. Have all 11 men behind the ball. This one shot right into the arms of a grateful Eric Cotton. Take nothing away from him, though. He was well positioned. And you can bet he's going to take all 6 seconds here, telling everyone to get up. Wants the ball away from his goal. Now puts it onto the deck. He's going to slam it downfield, but out of bounds. Will give the Timbers a chance to organize once again, however. So we're into the final minute of the minimum 4 of stoppage time. More can be added by the referee. is there late drama to be had at the SoCal Sports Complex. Hunley spins. Can Hunley provide the magic once again? Rappaport clears. Hitzman coming forward. Gomez. And still they're going back with it. Now Bassett gets it in. And that is where the Portland Timbers really crunch in and condense the space. Needs to be a bit more urgency from the Timbers here. Final 10 seconds. Owusu looking for space. This is the time where you just need to get the ball into the box. Hitzman into the channel for Gomez. Gomez pulls it back, and Cruz is there. Tremendous defending from Alan Cruz. Played the minimum 4 minutes. Surely this is the final opportunity for the Colorado Rapids. It'll be a long throw into the box, looking for a flick on. And that will do it. The Portland Timbers, with a late goal from Will and Alien, outlast the Colorado Rapids 2-1 in an excellent match. It was all Portland Timbers in the first half, and they got a goal through Villegas after just 7 minutes. However, Colorado took control back in the second half, and they equalized 5 minutes in through Hunley, but it was an Alien who popped up in the 87th minute to slot in the winner. An excellent game comes to an end between these two MLS academies. In the end, it's the Portland Timbers who make the better of their chances. The Timbers were much more possession-oriented. The Colorado Rapids, much more direct, contrasting styles. And it was great to watch them clash here. So day one is in the books from the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs and showcase. And the 18-19s are finished, and tomorrow it's the 16-17s who will take the stage, starting at 2:30 Pacific with FC Dallas taking on Crew SC, and then at 5:30 it's Pateadores versus Sporting Kansas City. But for now, I'm Mark Serber saying good afternoon from Oceanside, where it finishes the Colorado Rapids 1, the Portland Timbers 2.